Whenever you feel like somebody wants something from you really badly, it feels threatening. It feels very threatening. When you feel like somebody needs your validation, it feels like it's like a threat. And that sense of threatening because you're so needy causes people to tense up and close up. And being willing to walk away tells them that you should be okay because there's no confrontation with me. You're not gonna have to reject me. You're not gonna have to make it put the rejection and make it lightly. You're not gonna have to have that awkward talk with me of you rejecting me or you saying no to me, right? Because when you feel someone is willing to walk away, you don't feel like the exit strategy is gonna be stressful. So that's gonna be in the back of your mind, and so when you talk to them, you're just gonna be more relaxed. But when you can sense that, oh fuck man, if I reject this person, this is gonna be like chopping wood. This is gonna be difficult. It kind of like just marinates the whole interaction. It ruins the interaction. It removes its natural chemistry per se. So what you want to do is learn to be willing to walk away. And ladies and gentlemen, this willing to walk away is a mentality. It's a mentality that you fix in your mind and you tell yourself, I am going to be willing to walk away. There is no complicated nature to this. It is that simple. If you're not willing to walk away, you're not going to communicate this. You're just not going to communicate this. You're not. No matter what you do, you're not going to do this. The willingness to walk away comes down to the fact that if you leave this person, you know that at the end of the day, you're still going to feel good about yourself. That is being willing to walk away. But not being willing to walk away is thinking that if you leave this person, you're not going to feel good about yourself. You're not going to be able to handle the pain. And the way that you develop that confidence is through going through pain.
Enduring and overcoming emotional pain can develop confidence because it serves as a testament to your resilience and strength. It's like walking through fire and emerging on the other side, stronger and more resilient than before. When you face emotional pain, you are essentially facing one of life's most challenging adversaries. The process of overcoming this adversity forces you to tap into inner resources that you may not have been aware of. This could include resilience, determination, courage, and inner strength. As you navigate through the storm of emotions and eventually find calm, you realize your ability to withstand hardships. This realization breeds confidence. You've faced something difficult and survived. Not only survived, but grew from the experience. You become confident in your abilities to handle future challenges, knowing that you've done so before. Moreover, enduring emotional pain often involves introspection and self-understanding. You learn more about your emotional triggers, your strengths, and your weaknesses. This self-knowledge further fuels your confidence. You begin to understand yourself better, which leads to greater self-assuredness. In essence, overcoming emotional pain is a journey of self-discovery and growth. And with every step you take on this journey, your confidence builds, brick by brick, forming a fortress of self-belief that stands tall against future adversities. Remember, diamonds are formed under pressure. Similarly, our confidence often shines brightest after enduring and overcoming emotional pain.
Developing a meditation practice and using meditation to overcome those emotions. And each time you do it, you develop more confidence for the next time. And it adds upon itself to the point that when you notice that somebody's going to reject you, or the thought of rejection doesn't bring fear, but it brings resilience. What you want to see is losing. Take losing as a challenge. Change your attitude. Don't see pain as something to coward from. Develop an attitude of somebody, be brave, right? Don't be coward. Don't be cowards to feel pain. Have an attitude of pain is growth. Have an attitude that each time you feel pain, you're gonna grow from that pain. If you develop that attitude, it's going to make you feel excited at the thought of, oh fuck, you know what? If this person rejected me, it's time for me to grow. You're not gonna coward and run away from the challenge. You're gonna run towards it because you realize that this challenge holds the key to your ascendance. The next one is listening. Paying attention. Too many of us think that people are not interesting around us. Too many of us think that people are boring. Too many of us think that we are more interested than everybody else, and as a result, we close down. As a result, when we listen, we're not really listening because we're waiting to what we have to say, right? You have to realize that everyone is interesting. In my opinion, everyone is unique. Everyone is extremely interesting. And the only reason why you don't realize how interesting they are is because you're self-absorbed.
In the vast orchestra of life, each voice plays a vital part, but when self-absorbedness takes the stage, it silences every other heart. Wrapped in the echoes of our own thoughts, we become the solitary dancer. Ignoring the symphony around us, to our own tune, we become the prancer. Insecurity whispers in our ears a deceptive, insidious song, telling us we must shout louder, drown others out, or we won't belong. It's a dance of shadows and echoes, a self-centered, fearful waltz. We become so engrossed in our own rhythm that everyone else's music halts. The voices around us fade away, lost in the clamor of our mind, a cacophony of self where others' words no space can find. In this whirl of noise and silence, where only our fears are heard, we leave no room for others' voices, their pleas go undeterred. And thus, the person speaking to us, their words fall on deaf ears, their hopes, dreams, and stories, swallowed by our insecurities and fears. They stand at the edge of our world, their voice a distant star, shining bright but unheard in our universe, they seem so far. So let's quieten our inner turmoil, let's hush our self-absorbed refrain, and open our hearts to the music around us. Let's listen once again. For only when we step off the stage and join the audience can we truly start to hear, understand, and cherish the symphony of every heart.
Yeah, I'll try that, but it's very hard to overcome certain patterns. So I try to tackle the question of why is it that you're not a good listener? And at the root of that is you're more interested in yourself than you are in the other person. You won't deny that. You will say, oh, no, that's not me. That's not me. I really like people. But the truth is, you're more interested in your own thoughts and your own ideas, things that you're so certain about, your own experiences, than about that other person and what they're saying and what's going on inside them. If you can flip that around, if you can actually feel the motivation to get inside Lewis and get inside his head and his experience, then you will suddenly become a better listener. That's the key, not just telling people to listen more.
You are in your head. You are insecure. You're only thinking about how you're coming across. And as a result, you don't have the space to take in this other person, to understand them, to feel them, to see them, to observe them, to make them feel heard. That will hurt the relationship that you have with them. So what you want to do is when you're listening to people, notice your breath. Learn to develop the practice of noticing the breath. If you just notice the breath, what happens is that your internal chatter in your mind that is usually running, that energy will go towards you noticing the breath. It's either thinking about what to say next or use that energy to bring more consciousness to your body and notice your breath. And so what would happen is that by you noticing the breath, now you're opening up space in your mind because you don't have that inner chatter about how you're coming across. And now now your senses open up. And now you observe more in that person. You notice their reaction more. You notice the details more. You're able to create connections between the things that they said in the past and the things that they're saying, or even assume certain things about the future. You're able to just observe better. And what happens is that it creates a sensation in the other person that they are heard. And when they leave the conversation with you, they're not going to say, oh my God, Father Alex was so interesting. They're going to say to themselves, oh my God, I am so interesting. And that is the peak of charm. That is a peak of magnetism. When you make the other person feel like they are greater than who they are in your presence. Right? Because a lot of people don't know how to listen. A lot of people, if you notice the next time you talk to people, notice how many times you interrupt. Notice how many times you're thinking about what to say next. Notice how many times you're thinking about how you're coming across. Notice how many times your focus and insecurity is on how you're coming across. Just notice that. It's quite shocking. Quite shocking. And that self-absorption only comes from insecurity. So if you just do the first thing we talked about, of becoming your own source of positive emotions, this insecurity over time will go away, and you will have the mental space to listen. Because when somebody's insecure, they always talk about themselves because they're trying to get you to react positively so that they can feel permission to feel good about themselves. They're using interactions and conversation as a goddamn therapy session, man. It's unbelievable.
As social creatures, humans are hardwired to seek approval and acceptance from others. This instinct traces back to our ancestors who relied on social bonds for survival. Being part of a group meant protection, shared resources, and increased chances of survival. Over time, this translated into a deep-seated need for social validation. Validation from others serves as an external gauge of our worth and place in society. It's like a mirror reflecting back an image of ourselves, one that is shaped by societal norms and expectations. When this reflection aligns with our own self-perception, it can bolster our confidence and self-esteem. However, the value we place on external validation over our internal validation can sometimes be skewed. It's easy to lose sight of our own worth when we become too reliant on the opinions of others. It's important to strike a balance, to realize that while social acceptance can be gratifying, it's our own self-approval that truly holds the key to lasting self-confidence and contentment.
We all do that. We're all trying to get validation. If you stop the validation, all of a sudden what you'll do is validate others, and people will gravitate towards you because you have become their own source of positive emotions. All right, good. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys want to learn more about this, you can check out my course, Emotional Mastery, about how to develop an emotional relaxation, or any of my courses that's not emotional mastery, and I talk about this topic. It's really interesting. And if any of you guys want to work with Father Alex one-on-one, click on the description down below. I know this whole week has been really tough for me to get to people who schedule calls because I'm in another country and the time difference is pretty big. But I'm leaving today. I'm going back to New York, and then my time is going to be normal, and you guys will be able to have those conversations with me. Okay? Thank you so much, man. Much love to everyone, and I'll see you guys next time.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, if you guys haven't purchased any of my courses, we have a special bundle deal for everyone. So that you can purchase all of my courses, meaning you could purchase the Psychological Game of Attraction, Natural Chemistry, and Nice Girl, along with all of the bonuses. Originally, if you purchase everything without the bundle, it'll be around $500, to be honest with you. But right now, if you guys purchase it, with the bundle, you guys will be able to get all of these courses: Psychological Game of Attraction, which is for women who are single; Natural Chemistry, which is for women who are in a relationship; Nice Girl, which is a course on assertiveness, along with all of the bonuses: Social Mastery, Practical Mastery in terms of how to master anything; Social Mastery in terms of how to master your social skills; and The Laws of Human Nature, wherein it's part of the Robert Greene book club I used to have. All of these, naturally, like I said, it's $500. Now you get it at $394, which is essentially 20% off everything. But if you guys want to purchase a more affordable bundle, you guys can purchase the bundle without the bonuses, and that will be at $224 rather than the $300. Well, rather than the $293 that you guys would naturally purchase it. So you could purchase it with the bundle or without the bundle. You could purchase it with the bonuses or without the bonuses. It's all of the work that I put in the last 4 years, in the last 5 years actually, all of the research that I've done. And this course, rather than watching all of my videos, and because they could be random and you could sort of like lose the big picture because there's just so many videos, you guys get all of the content condensed in a course. And everyone who's purchased my course have been satisfied with it. And if they didn't like it, I always give their money back. I have never rejected a refund. All right. So purchase it right now. Click on the description down below where it says purchase the bundle. And I'll see you guys inside.